Coming up on DFE News, a new horrific train attack leaves a woman badly burned, her attacker's strange behavior in court. Also, more fallout from the president's feud with MTG. We'll tell you all about her big announcement. And Congress and the president plan to make all the Epstein files public, but just how much will we actually see? We've got news for you, those stories and more right now on DFE News. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on DFE News, News Done Right. I'm Jeff Kirk. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, so everyone gets to see DFE News. So much is going on. Let's get right to it. I'm sure you all remember Irina Zarutska, the Ukrainian refugee who died after she was stabbed in the neck on a train in Charlotte. A similar incident happened on a train in Chicago this week. Police arrested 50-year-old Lawrence Reed, a man with 49 prior arrests, after they say he doused a woman with gasoline and set her on fire on a Chicago train Monday. The 26-year-old victim tried to run when the train stopped, but collapsed on the platform where bystanders tried to provide aid. She was hospitalized with severe burns. NBC Chicago reports Reed was on surveillance video at a gas station about 30 minutes before the attack, filling a small bottle with gas. Federal prosecutors have charged Reed with a terror attack on a mass transportation system. At his hearing, Reed was disruptive, repeatedly shouting, "I am guilty," and claiming to be a Chinese citizen. The victim remains in the hospital in critical condition. Her family has offered their thanks to all those who helped her and asked for privacy while she recovers. After a public falling out with President Trump and other Republicans in Congress, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has announced she will be stepping down. In a video released Friday night, MTG thanked her supporters and said, quote, "Standing up for American women who were raped at 14, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States," which, of course, was not the rationale behind the president's pushback on releasing the Epstein files. The former Trump defender went on to say Congress has largely been sidelined since Trump's inauguration and blasted Speaker Mike Johnson and Republicans for refusing to compromise with Democrats to end the shutdown. President Trump had said he would support a primary opponent to MTG in Georgia. Some political pundits say Greene might be planning to run for governor of Georgia, and stepping down now may be a way to try and increase her appeal with more voters in the Peach State. Military members are well trained to follow orders, but they're also trained to not follow orders that are illegal. Some lawmakers got together this week to remind the troops when they're supposed to disobey. One of the most critical aspects of a strong military is discipline and following orders. But several Democrats released a video this week directly addressing military members. They say the current administration is trying to pit them against their fellow countrymen and gave them not so subtle hints that they have a duty to disobey illegal orders.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military,
but that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
Like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home.
Curiously missing from the video is any explanation of what orders from the President or Secretary of Defense have been illegal, or any examples of what kinds of orders would be illegal. Only vague statements about this administration being a threat to our Constitution, which would imply that military members are free and even required to disobey orders from this administration. Some lawmakers and politicians say during the Biden administration, when military members were ordered to receive an experimental non-FDA approved vaccine, that was a clear example of an order that was against the law. President Trump responded on Truth Social by saying this is seditious behavior, which is punishable by death. He has since walked back that statement slightly, saying perhaps the individuals in the video should be put on trial. After years of ignoring, stalling, denying, promising, teasing, deflecting, and blaming, the government has finally decided we, the public, deserve to see all the Epstein files. But how much will we really see? President Trump signed a bill into law Wednesday requiring the release of all documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, According to the order, the Justice Department now has 30 days to publish all unclassified records, documents, communications, and investigative materials in the DOJ's possession that relate to the investigation and prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein, as well as from Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's associate. However, the law allows for the DOJ to redact certain items, such as victims' names and materials that could jeopardize active federal investigations or ongoing prosecutions. Republicans and Democrats are already pointing fingers. Did I say already? I meant still pointing fingers at each other to imply the other side is the one with the Epstein problem. Representative Jasmine Crockett of Texas released a list of Republicans who received money from Jeffrey Epstein, but there was just one little problem. That Jeffrey Epstein is a doctor in New York, not the infamous financier and sex offender. Representative James Comer got in a dig at Crockett as he read a letter from the Epstein files that dealt with the real Jeffrey Epstein and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. After the release, the DOJ will have 15 days to report the categories of information withheld, a summary of redactions, and a list of all government officials and politically exposed individuals named or referenced in the published materials. Despite his anti-Trump rhetoric during his campaign, Mayor-elect of New York, Zohran Mamdani, visited the White House and met with President Trump Friday. The president said the meeting was a great meeting, a very productive meeting, and that the two men have one big thing in common. They want the city they love to do very well. Some wondered if Trump would play hardball with Mamdani and make a media spectacle of a self-professed communist visiting the White House, but it appears the president mostly played nice, even making light of some of the negative things Mamdani previously said about him. Trump said Mamdani has some views he calls out there, but that Mamdani can, quote, do a very good job and is going to surprise some conservatives. Both men also mentioned they want peace in the Middle East. Some on social media expressed concern about the president appearing so friendly and in agreement with someone of Mamdani's views. They say perhaps it's a case of keep your friends close and your enemies closer, or that maybe Trump's praise will cause the left to turn against Mamdani out of reflex. And finally, if you've ever been to a hockey game, you may have seen a ceremonial puck drop similar to the first pitch at a baseball game. In the KHL, which is the Russian version of the NHL, a ceremonial faceoff went slightly off the rails this week as the police dog who was supposed to drop the puck instead became very interested in the gloves of the hockey players, which resemble the padded gloves used in attack dog training. Andrei Stas, the captain of home team Dynamo Minsk, wisely relinquished his glove to the dog, who is from the Minsk Police Force K9 unit, but the trainer was eventually able to get the dog to drop the glove, and Stas was able to continue the game. Ouch. Stas was unhurt in the event and even earned an assist in Minsk's 5-2 victory. Can't blame the dog, though. Hockey gloves do look a lot like those training gloves, probably smell the same too. Well, that's it for now. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment, and engage with us so that YouTube and all the socials push it out to more viewers. If you're interested in becoming a DFE sponsor, you can click on the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Thanks for watching DFE News. News done right. See you next time.